I mean, I haven't had like a haircut for like the past 12 years or so. So,
all right, guys, welcome back to the Regal Gentleman Studio. And today we've got Jasper in the chair. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good, mate. So, what are we doing? What is the plan?
Right. So I've been growing my hair for the last 12 years or so. And for the past 12 years, I've been like the guy with long hair, basically. And for like the past half a year to a year, it's just not really been who I am anymore. So I'm looking for a rather radical change.
Okay, no worries.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
what are you thinking for the radical?
Yeah,
okay, short. Okay.
Yes.
Have you got any ideas of how you want it to look?
I do have like a few pictures if you would want to see those. I'm not entirely like fixed on the exact haircut. I've got like a few ideas, but it's like two different styles where I'm not sure if they would work that well. Okay. So I've got like these two options, and I would like see if you like have any like ideas there.
Let's have a look at the first one then.
Yeah, this is the first one.
Okay.
So it's like a crew cut kind of, I guess. So the thing I do like here is that like the top is quite short, not super short about like the sides. They might be a bit too skinny for me. Okay. Like just too close to the skin, I guess. Okay. But I do like the general style. Okay, no worries. Yeah.
And what's the second one?
That's the first one, and the second one. This is one of yours, actually. And I do like the textured top. I do quite like that. It might be a bit long, actually.
A bit long. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
On the top.
Okay. In terms of the actual looks that you're going for.
Right. Yes.
The first one, the hair texture is very different to yours. Yeah, it's got like it looks almost like it's quite a very wavy top. You see the way it's got a bit of a curl and stuff?
I do have like quite straight hair, right?
Yeah, exactly. And obviously with all that length coming off as well, I'm still sure you've got straight hair. So the only thing we're going to have is it's a personal thing for you. I can suggest a million things, right? But they are quite a similar haircut. The only difference is with Fred's haircut, the point of it was not to be like an aggressive hairstyle, right? So because he'd been having skin fades done and he wanted to have a little bit more length in there. Now the only problem is that you can't really go any longer on the back and sides with a length that short on top. Because then that just becomes a grown out clipper cut look. So it changes the whole appearance of the look.
That makes sense.
So it'll be, and obviously if Fred's is too long on top, I mean, wasn't very long.
I would be open to that also. I mean, so I will say that I don't really know what I'm talking about because like I've not had a haircut for like 12 years, so it's like right.
So I can make I can make any haircut work for you, right? And I'm not meaning to sound arrogant there. What I mean is I can make whatever you like the look of, we can try and make. The thing is, it comes down to your personal preference of length. This for me on here now, on my hair right now, feels so long compared to what I've had for the last 3 months. Right. But this is massively shorter than what I had for a whole year. Do you see what I mean? So it's how I feel about it. Like the sides need a cut. So to me, they feel long, but to the majority of people watching, that seems really short. Right. If I said to you, do I have long hair or short hair? You'd probably say short hair. But to me, it feels long. So what you've got to remember, this is your personal taste and personal preference of what you think is long and what you want. So I can guide you in the right way, but I can't pick the cut for you. Right. You know what I mean? Yes. I can only guide to what will work. So I need you to kind of be definitive on what it is.
So what I would say is that I don't really want the sides to be too short, and like
you don't want scalp exposure is what you mean.
Yes.
Okay, that's cool.
At the very bottom, I would be okay with that, but like a high fade, that would probably not work too well for me, I think. So if like the hair on the sides means that the hair on the top would also have to be longer, then that's perfectly fine to me.
If we don't take the back and sides shorter than the top, then you're not going to get the same effect. It'll just look like you've maybe shaved it and it's grown out in one go. The thing we could do, if you fancied, to give a shorter appearance to a haircut, is take the fringe shorter. Now, that is what makes it. If we took that fringe away, so if we shorten that fringe, that would look quite a short haircut. So more than leaving length in the front, we could probably try and graduate the front into be the same length all over. So then way you've got a shorter effect of a haircut.
Right.
That would probably be like the in the between of both haircuts that you've shown.
Does sound quite good. I'm not entirely sure like how it would work with my hairline, because like it's just like not what it used to be. So it's like I'm not sure what the right length there would be.
Well, that could be something that I can pick for you.
Yeah,
and I can suggest for you. You know, because obviously I don't expect you to know every element of what you want, right? Because you haven't had a haircut for 12 years.
Yeah.
So I'm here. Like I said, I'm here to guide. I'm not here to pick. I'm here to guide. So I can guide you to what will work. I mean, it depends on what you're trying to achieve, though. Because if we're going down the route of hairline, every haircut you've shown me there is off the face. So are you wanting to expose the hairline, or you want to cover the hairline?
I think so. Like I would like to be more confident in like showing that a bit more.
Showing the hairline a bit more. Okay, because you can still take the fringe shorter than what we've done with Fred's. Yeah. You know, it just doesn't, like, that was quite long at the front in comparison to the back. So you could still balance the front out, so it's kind of all the same length, maybe a tiny bit longer, and that way you can wear it up or down, or, you know, however you want. I think the main thing you want, like you said, is the word textured, you know, a textured top. So I think the length that we pick on the top will be okay, because obviously I've got to have it long enough that I can texture. I think, first of all, let's get the haircut off. Okay, sure. And then we can start seeing what goes on, because it's very hard to see right now, because it's, you know, it's very long. Okay, so I think we take the hair off, short as we can go, and then we'll see what's going on with the rest of it. Because I feel like your hair is going to really suit texture. The thing you've got to prepare yourself for is having short hair. I know. Okay, you've got an hour to prepare yourself for short hair. So we'll ease into it as best we can, apart from this first bit. But yeah, are you 100% sure? I am 100% sure, yes. Okay, all right, cool. Well, I think let's get this cut off then. And then we'll try and, what I'll do is I'll cut it off as sort of high as I can up the top. Okay. So we'll preserve all of this. What are you going to do with the hair? So I am thinking of donating it. I mean, you could probably get 2 weeks out of that, for sure. Because a lot of guys come in with hair to just about sort of here, and they want to donate it. But you've obviously, yours is almost touching the floor. I was worried you were going to sit on it when you sat down a minute ago when I asked you to take a seat. I think this is, to be fair, and I think Liam, you'd agree on this one, this is probably the biggest transformation we've ever done. By far, I think. I think the longest we've done before this was 7 years growth. Okay. So you've almost doubled that. So well done. 12 years. Right. Well, let's get this cut off then. All right. Let's do it. It's the largest change in my style for the past 12 years. Yeah. So, but I mean, you put a lot of trust in me though, man, because you've only saw 3 episodes. Yes. So I mean, you've only saw 3 things of mine. You could have just seen 3 fantastic videos, and the rest could be awful. You know what I mean? Are you ready? I'm ready. Are you sure? I'm quite sure, yes. Okay then, okay. Let's do it. You can keep your glasses on for this bit, okay? I feel like this is a worthy thing to see. Okay. Right. Is everyone ready at home? Sure? Let's do it. Let's do it, man. Let's do this up. I mean, the thing is, your hair is in extremely good condition for 12 years. I know, of growth. And like really I actually get asked by quite a lot of people like what I do, and like I don't really take that good care of it. Like I just got very lucky genetically. I think when it comes to my hair, because I just so the one thing I do not do is to blow dry it. I think that makes a larger difference for sure. But oh yeah, definitely. I only just use shampoo. I don't even use conditioner. Don't use conditioner? Yes. Wow. I know. I mean, you are breaking all the sorts of molds here from what you, apart from the non-heat exposure. Right. I get that, yeah, for sure. That's amazing, because you really shouldn't be putting too much heat on your hair. Yeah. Realistically. That is what the heck. There we go. That's my hair. Thick head of hair, that one. Yeah. Wow. I've got a snake over me. Have I meant for that? Look at that. That's what I look like if I had long hair. Oh my God. Perfect. Look at that. Fantastic, man. Oh my word. That is 12 years of hair. 12 years. I mean, I don't know if the camera can get this, but look at the quality of the shine at the ends of the hair.
I mean, they
impressive,
are quite frayed at the end. It's like
but there's frayed
for 12 years.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen frayed. My hair was probably more frayed than that when I had about 12 months growth.
Yeah.
Right, so let's get ready to cut this off. All right,
let's do it.
Cool. Let's have a quick look at your hairline before we start.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, you got a bit of recession, but I don't think that should stop us from getting a nice hairstyle. You know, I don't think that should be the basis we work around. Nice. I think the shorter we go on the top, the much thicker that will look anyway, especially towards the front if we just angle that forward. So, yeah. Awesome. Back in size then, what I think we're probably best doing is just tailoring this to you. So I don't think we're best putting a guard on or nothing like that. I think we're best just taking this down to just before scalp exposure on the back and sides.
Okay.
And then just making sure that works on the top for you.
Awesome.
Sound good, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool, man. All right. Well, let's give this a shampoo and condition, mate, and we'll get this started. All right. Right, guys. So, step 2, actually, shampoo and condition. So, do you know what I've just done? I've just conditioned your hair when you haven't conditioned it for 12 years.
Yes.
Isn't that crazy? How did it feel? Did it feel differently to you? Like, does it feel weird having that much time spent at a backwash? Because obviously you haven't been in a salon for so long, have you?
Yes. I mean, I don't actually remember the last time that I was like at a salon to be honest, because like I was like 13 years old when I started to grow my hair, and then before that it was my parents, and I know that I was like at a hair salon when I was younger, but I'm not really sure when. Wow. And I don't really have a memory of that. An actual
memory of that, yeah. Wow, that's amazing. I know guys who can't even go a week. So, 2 sections to start with. Now I'm going to take a section just either side of the middle. All right, so that's why I put my center part in first. It's very easy to get a profile section if you just go straight down alongside the center part, like so. Just like that, either side. Now, this will help me take away a lot of the length straight away, but also set my length in as well, and then a guide for everywhere else. And take it up from the back, like so. And this is where we'll cut our length in first. So I'm going to say about 2 inches roughly, all right?
All right.
I'm going to cut this nice and straight because this is just a guideline, okay? I'm going to start with probably about that, there, okay? Just like that.
I'm actually not sure like how much the hair actually weighed. Like
it'd be interesting, wouldn't it, if you got like some maybe food scales or something or whatever, and put it on to see. Maybe we should have in here some scales for all these transformations that we're doing lately. Now what I'm gonna do here, guys, instead of going up like you normally would, and you see you're keeping everything straight, I'm gonna angle this more forwards because I want to follow the shape of the head, and this way it's a nice, easy way to graduate a sort of shorter fringing, so we're not leaving loads of length in there, like so. So there's my guide put in, and let's pick this up. Small sections because we're taking some length off. We've got a guide just from the left-hand side there. So I'm going to cut into that, like so. I'm just working from the back to the front, like so. So tell me then, why did you go so long, and why did you grow it for 12 years? What's your story?
I mean, to be honest, like at the start, it started out like as more of an experiment.
Okay.
And then over time, it just became like part of my personal brand. So I guess, and it just kind of propagated like that.
Wow.
But like I said, like for the last half a year to a year, it's just not really felt like me anymore. So it's like,
like you said, you were always the guy with long hair. You said at the start, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, exactly.
I think I know what you mean. But you've obviously changed in yourself.
Yeah.
But your image hasn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get that. I totally get that. So what are you going to be known as now then? Got to think of another name now, haven't we?
Yeah, yeah.
This guy with short hair doesn't really have a ring to it, does it, you know?
No, it doesn't. Yeah, I don't quite know yet.
I think everyone will see that you've aged backwards as well. I think you'll turn up and you'll look about 17 because you've got short hair. Maybe you'll get called Benjamin Button, who knows, you know?
Oh boy, well.
That'd be quite nice.
We'll see, yeah.
Get your identification card ready for your alcohol or for your cigarettes or something, mate, I'll tell you. I'm working into the sides now, like so, and this is going to set my guide for any of the work we do on the back and sides. Pull that out. It's also allowing me to frame the face as well. You've got quite a square face shape.
All right, cool.
Maybe if you knew that or didn't.
I do not know. No.
Yeah, you've got quite a square face shape, so you're quite lucky really. You can get away with quite a lot of different hairstyles on yourself because a square face shape is a very good face shape to have. It doesn't limit you at all to a look, which is great.
Awesome.
While I'm here, I'm going to connect that fringe in. Just start to balance this all out. And this is what will give a much shorter appearance.
So I will say that I will probably it's like the double takes that people do every now and again.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
It's actually quite interesting, like in terms of the culture too, because in Germany and like in the US, it's like quite different, like how people react to it too.
Mm-hmm.
Because like in Germany, it's mostly just like double takes and like stares.
Okay.
Also, and in the US, like every time I visit, like people just like come up to me and like ask questions about
Much
it.
more kind of expressive as well, though, aren't they? As well, a lot of the guys.
Yes.
Yeah.
The weirdest experience I had there was like in Las Vegas when I was visiting there, and somebody just like came up to me on the street and like just like tugged my hair and
What?
Yeah,
Genuinely, just tugged it. Yeah, wow.
I think he thought that it wasn't like real hair.
Oh my goodness.
So it was like quite weird. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd thing. Yeah. It is different, isn't it? How like sort of different cultures will express themselves or behave in some ways. You know, it's I feel like it's. I think in the UK, like if you walked in with like something different, like say for example, like you were living in the UK and you know you done this big change, I feel like most people would probably just go, "Oh wow, you look great," and then it'd be kind of like a couple of questions, and then that'd be kind of it.
Yeah.
And then obviously they'd probably end up finding a new nickname for you straight away. You know.
Right.
Whereas again, certain parts of Europe, it might be a lot more relaxed, a lot more chilled. It might not say anything. Maybe, like you said, in the States, a little bit more expressive, you know?
Yeah.
It's amazing, really, isn't it, how we're all very similar, but we're all very different at the same time, you know?
Yeah, true.
That's one power. You've had that centre part for 12 years by the looks of it. That is just kicking out.
Yeah.
It'll go, don't worry, it'll go.
Okay.
Everyone always panics when they see that. They're like, oh my goodness, it's going to stay like that. But no, it won't.
Okay.
Cool. Got to thin this out. We've got to texturize it. We've got to do loads. We've got to dry it off. It'll go.
All right, awesome.
Just cutting down that front. So, as you can see, guys, you know, if you're watching this on the camera, right? When we were talking about the hairline at the start, the hairline is not bad to worry about fixing up for a haircut. You know, I don't feel like this is something that we should be like, because there's a bit of height on the left-hand side, that we have to be really worried about it. Hair, you know, Jasper's hair is so thick. Like, I really honestly wish you could kind of feel how thick Jasper's hair is. It's extremely thick.
Thank you.
And yeah. It's again, your genetic lottery, mate. I'll tell you.
Right, yeah.
You really have hit it. But you know, I'm not even kind of being concerned about the corners at all, because I know there's so much hair everywhere else that it will work for. You know, it will cover it. So I'm not being concerned at all. Right, what I'm gonna do now is, should I razor it now? Yeah, maybe I'm gonna razor it now actually. Yeah, while it's here and it's wet. So I'm gonna run the razor through this now. If Liam keeps that bit in, that's how I tend to work sometimes when I'm thinking of something different. What I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna put the razor through this. So I'm gonna start to put that texture in that we were talking about before, that very textured top. Now, halfway up and I'm working all the way through up. So what I'm doing is I'm giving Jasper a lift, but we'll also get some collapse as well. So next section we go a bit lower down, like this, start a bit of collapse, and then through the section we just work up and off. That helps to reduce the thickness, but also create a lift and a texture to the haircut that will allow Jasper to style this in multiple ways. And that's the key thing. I feel like, you know, what I'd love Jasper to walk away with today is versatility, because he's had absolutely zero versatility for probably the last 7 or 8 years. You know what I mean?
True.
I mean, you could have obviously dressed your hair differently, but it gets to that length down the bottom there. I think you're pretty limited to what you can do.
Yeah, exactly.
And what your lifestyle will offer you as well. You know, and like you were saying before, things have changed. You've changed the person. Your lifestyle's probably changed accordingly.
Yes.
So maybe this is a much better haircut for your lifestyle, because ultimately a haircut has to match your lifestyle. Like, I know I've said this before, but like that's the reason why I went back to short hair, was because the long hair wasn't suiting my lifestyle whatsoever. So, and that's why I think it works. A haircut like this, where you can style multiple different ways, change your product, and you've got a whole new look. You know, lift it up, you look different to when you wear it down. A lot of things like that I think really help.
All right, awesome.
So I think you'll be good with that, mate. I'm just using a brush to just get rid of that centre part, essentially. Right. So now what we do, I'm going to texturize this even more now. Put this up, and I'm really quite point cut into this quite deeply now as well, just to break up them ends as well. I want the ends to be super textured as well. So if Jasper does want to wear his hair up, I want the ends to be nice and choppy too. There's still a bit of a bluntness to them, because obviously even though I was point cutting in to remove the length, it was quite a harsh angle, so it's going to be still quite straight. So I'm just cutting into the ends now, just to give that nice bit of movement, that nice finish on the top more than anything else. So when the hair stands up, you get a very kind of serrated, jaggedy kind of top, which is kind of hidden as it lies down, but it more comes into its own when it stands up. See where the ends are a lot more cut into now, like that, but we're maintaining a lot of the length still. Cut into that front as well. And we want that kind of jagged fringe as well, because the fringe is sort of a complement to this haircut. It's not the focal point. It's just there, and it just needs to be a bit of both, up, down, left, right, whatever it is, right? A point cut in at the root as well, just to thin this out even more. I mean, this is how thick your hair is. I'm getting away with kind of doing quite a lot of texturizing to this. But as you can see, the length is still being kept in there as well.
All right, nice.
I'm going to give you your glasses, and I'm going to cover up the sides with my hands, and I want you to see the top and tell me if you think that's short enough.
Okay.
You want to put your glasses on? There's the top. So is
I like that.
Is that a short enough length?
Yeah,
because you
perfect.
can do loads of different things. You can wear it up, you can wear
Quite
it down,
nice,
you
very
can
nice.
textured, messy.
Awesome.
The rest we just cut in.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Awesome.
You sure yourself, yeah?
Yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
man. Sweet. So what I'll do is back inside, I'll freehand trimmer it, or clipper it, and I'll just take it down just before scalp exposure. Okay. All right, so we'll a little bit at the neck, like you said, but the rest will just stay probably maybe a little bit shorter than Fred's, but not as close as like the faded look.
Yeah.
Is that all right, yeah?
All right, yeah.
Cool,
yeah.
man.
Perfect.
I'll have your glasses back again, if that's all right. Yeah, you can give me them. There we go. So I'm doing this freehand, and I'm going to start from the right-hand side, all right? Because I've got my guides all in there, right? Now this is combed out from the crown, right? I blow dried it out naturally from the crown. I'm going to work with that. Because we're going so short, the crown has to dictate where things are, right? Pick this up. Here's my guides that I put in before. I'm going to use these to work down. So I think with Fred's, I'm sure we did that scissor over comb, I think, potentially. Maybe just clipper over comb. Yeah, we did clipper over comb on that one, but again, we kept quite a bit of length in there just because he didn't want to go too short. Now, similar idea to this, just without it looking like a number 1 or a number 2, you know. And I think by doing it this way and just descending down, you get a really nice, more natural sort of graded effect, more than it being like a harsh fade. What I imagine was on the picture and also in your mind as well, Jasper, was that you didn't want to have that kind of faded look, you know, really aggressive kind of, I know what you mean. we've got our guide from here. If you watch this, here's our guide from the right hand side. Don't have to comb all the hair into the comb, it's coming off anyway. And again, with a neckline like Jasper's as well, it's good that we're going to take that nice and tight around the bottom because of the way the nape will is and the kind of cow's lick at the bottom. That looks so much better when it's tapered out. If you try and work with that, that just never looks nice unless you leave length in it. So by tapering that out, that'll be a lovely finish and a nice addition to the whole look as well. So as you can see, because his hair's been pulled to one way for so long, it's going to take probably a few days to kind of settle back down to what it wants to be like, which is obviously from the crown and out. So you're going to have loads of little bits that probably unnaturally stick out and whatever else, but it's to be expected. Right, it really is. Because your hair's been pulled by gravity in such a sort of unnatural way in some ways, you know, you've obviously from that centre part you've been having there as well and everything's been pulled back. Right. It does take a few days just for it to get back to normal. Again, just flip over comb, bulk reduction. Sometimes you never know what's lying underneath a load of hair. This is where I'm going to do a bit more cross-checking. I'm going to work back from the left to the right now. So first initial bulk removal was starting at the right and working all the way around. Now I'll kind of match that in together now. I'm going to work around this way and just make sure everything's matching through as well. This must be such a weird sound and experience for you right now, Jasper. It is. I can imagine Absolutely. It's a very ASMR situation, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
I know you've got Liam with a camera on you, but you know, hopefully it is still a bit ASMR-ish, you know. Because for me, like when I sit in the chair and I hear like the sounds of the clippers and stuff, it takes me places. It takes me back to like different times of my, you know, like sort of, especially as a child. I only had a buzz cut for the majority of my childhood. So nice. It kind of when I got that buzz cut done last year, it took me right back a little bit. You know, the sound and the feel of the clipper going over the top. But I guess for you don't really have them memories in the chair, do you?
No, I don't.
Never really thought about someone who doesn't have any memories. You know, it's crazy. Well, hopefully these are starting some good memories off for you, okay?
The longest that you've had your hair?
That was the longest for me, yeah. I've ever had my hair was last year, yeah. Okay. It was like 12 months growth. It's not long.
Oh, yeah, right.
Felt long for me, you know. You had however many months, 11 years is on top of that, you know. So, no, is it again, like that's what the conversation we had at the start though, you know, it's what seems long to you is not long to me and vice versa, you know. So, you know, my haircut was done like 3 weeks ago and you know, I look at it now and think, God, it looks like it could do with another cut. But it's only 3 weeks, right? You know? So you've got two cow's licks either side, right? Right. So you've got one bit that goes inwards there. Okay. Goes up and over, like a bit of a wave, like two waves either side. Goes up and over and then goes across this way. Okay. So that neckline is always classed as like quite a challenging neckline. Okay. You either need to go short or leave some length in it to make it look anything symmetrical at all, right? Whereas my neckline is very different. My neckline goes outwards. So it goes out all the way. So my neckline, when you're growing it long, is great because you get like length and curl straight away. With yours, it has to grow back in itself, itself, and then come out. So it always takes a little bit longer to get that kind of longer finish look on yours. You know. But to taper that in is a much better thing to do because then it looks really clean, tidy, and symmetrical. That's the main thing as well. Okay. So that's probably the only thing you'll notice first of all. Growing out is the nape will. It'll start to look a little bit untidy. I mean, at that point, you might feel like you could go longer. It just depends. You might like having more length in the hair as it grows out. You never know. Okay. We'll never know. Just gonna taper these in a touch just to give a nice clean finish, nothing over the top, just clean it all up, strengthen it a touch. I've switched combs as well, so I'm on a much more smaller comb now. This is my kind of like all-purpose comb. Use this for scissor over comb, clipper over comb, trimmer over comb. This is one that goes down, if you press hard enough against the scalp, it'll go down to about a 1.5 in length. If I went at this knife for the natural line, that would just be removing that light hair there. If I did this and went right into the neckline, you'd end up with stubble. So I always try and expose the hairline first by just doing a taper with a comb, and then cut into the bits that I need to cut into, just to give a sharper effect. So you see, as I'm cutting away there, you know, you're not seeing stubble. That's just like that kind of like neck hair. It's not like the actual head of hair, if that makes sense. Coming from that natural loop around, and just going straight down. Just gonna work up and off from the centre, just to get a nice bit of symmetry in there before I start my taper, like that. And I follow that line all the way down. Again, not cutting into the hairline, just cutting into, that's just the neck hair there, right? And we put that symmetry in. And see, everything would meet at about the same point, somewhere down the bottom there. So I've had to sort of work hard to get the symmetry at the back, to get the lines, the hairline to meet and match. Whereas if you cut too far into the hairline, that can become a bit of an issue. I have done it, I've been there. I remember starting off like that, cutting too far in, and just trying to match that neckline up used to take so long. It's very easy just to kind of do a nice little taper with your comb and just find the natural hairline. So you can see, same thing as clipper over comb. Just a trimmer which is a bit more precise and a lot smaller, and a comb which is a bit more precise and a bit smaller as well. So here's where we finish off with our fine tuning now. So into the crown, first of all. Very wide over here, so I'm going to pick a section off from where the crown is. The crown's just here. Pick that up. I know that's going to sit nice and flat, so I can match up either side. Like so. So there we go. So the crown's sitting flat there, right? Here as well, sitting nice and flat. I'll pull this out. I'm just going to cut into that. Still very thick. Yeah. Again, that's where the hair's being pulled. You can see it's all going in different directions. That must be from where it's been tied back. If anyone's doing a restyle or cutting a restyle in, don't be alarmed if there's bits that just don't sit flat, because they will. As long as you cut them to the right length and they balance, just give it a couple of days and it'll all sit into the right shape. I'm cutting this through it. See here, that's sort of sitting quite unnatural as well. Just the, it's been washed, it's been conditioned, so it's obviously nothing that we've done. It doesn't look like it's a growth pattern, so I think it is. Again, I think it's just a bit of that unnatural sort of pull for probably 11 years, being pulled back and pulled back. I'm just cutting into the blending point, or graduation from the top to the sides. Just making sure there's no straight lines as it falls in, like so. So what we're doing at the top before with the point cutting, same kind of thing here, just get away any straight lines that might be there from all the detailing that we did before. Same thing again, just like that. Just taking away any straight edge, just underneath the round of the head. So we do our scissor over comb, and we just do a cross check. It's a bit more detailed. So as you can see before, we did the large comb and the clipper. This is the smaller comb, and obviously I'm in control of where I cut and the speed that I cut at as well. There we go, man.
Awesome.
I think that's it.
Really nice, actually.
Thank you very much. Well, what I'll do, give you your glasses.
Yes, please.
I just want you to check the length. So again, it's a little bit shorter than Fred's, especially all over. It's not obviously a graded finish or anything at all, but you've got a nice bit of movement. So the top can go left, right, up, down, whichever way you want to, right? Right? Then the back as well is tapered out.
Yeah.
There's your centre part still there. So.
Yeah.
And there's that taper on the neck. So everything looks very natural down the bottom.
Oh, yeah, nice.
So you've got that little bit shorter than what it was on the second picture, just not as short as the first one. But
awesome.
Again, shorter on the top as well.
Yep, yep.
Happy with that?
Yes, yes, quite.
Looks good, doesn't it? What I'm going to use in the hair is I'm going to use a clay for you, okay? Very matte finish, shows off all that texture. You've got loads of different lighter tones sitting through your hair. So I want to use something that's going to kind of showcase the texture more than showcase any like height or anything like that at all. Through your hands, warm it up. All clays should be warmed up beforehand, right? Start at your crown, start here. And all we do is you put a little bit on, like that. A little bit on through there, a little bit on through the back, and then finally all the way through the top. Okay. And into the front. All right, so we get that nice natural finish. All right, we don't need loads of product all the way through the hair. We just want to kind of coat the whole hair. That's all we want to do, right? So when you coat the whole hair, even though it's a matte product, you want the colour as the light hits it to be the same. All right, so you want it to have that matte effect. Let the fringe fall, let the back and the crown fall. Everything's cut in, everything's balanced, and you've just got a very nice, natural textured top.
Awesome.
Huh? Nice, isn't it, man?
I'm quite happy, actually.
That's good, that's good, that's good. I was hoping you wouldn't say I'm quite sad, because I wouldn't have done a good job then. But no, so again, just a kind of a tailored hybrid of the two haircuts. So essentially similar to Fred's in terms of the texture and everything else, just not as long at the front, but shorter on the back and sides than we took Fred's, but not as clippered as what the first one is. So that's what you end up with. Comes in from the crown.
Fantastic.
And you've got all that shape. So there's all the texture on the top. So again, it's down to you how you wear it. Yeah. That's just one way I've done it because that's the way your hair wants to go. I just went with it, but you can see all that individual texture. That's it, man.
Awesome.
Happy, yeah?
Yes.
Thanks, Jasper. That was really cool, mate.
All right. Nice.
Thanks for that, man.
So I am quite looking forward to like not have to worry about like where my hair is like
yeah, of
all
course.
the time.
100%, mate. What's nice is that you can literally just get up in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's done. You know, that's the one thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You'll no doubt you'll be like before you go to bed, you'll be doing that thing where you tuck your hair back and everything else. Yeah. Because you did it when you lay down at the basin. You sort of you went to tuck your hair back. Yeah, and there wasn't as much there left to do. And I thought to myself, you've gone in to do what you normally do. Then is tuck it up. Yeah, that's it.